Hello everybody, Crispin Sanford here, coming to you with the next episode in the film shoot. This is our pre-season 1, episode 6, and we are talking about production, otherwise known as principal photography. This is where the major portion of the filmmaking for your film is done, right? So in pre-production, there are going to be some pre-recorded sounds that you have to do. Hey Michelle, yeah, there's going to be some sound that you're going to have to record during the pre-production period that's going to be used during the filmmaking process, the production process. Thank you for those thumbs up. And then also there's going to be some visuals. You might need to purchase some, you might need to purchase some pre-recorded images or sounds or green screen stuff if you're going to be shooting during production and using a back screen, right? So that's material that you're either going to record or purchase during the pre-production phase, so that when it comes to actual production, it's all ready to go, the material is right there. Surely some of these things will happen during the production period. People will go off, they'll do second unit photography, they'll do second unit, or they'll do sound recording that won't be live production sound recording during the filming process, right? As you're rendering the project and capturing the work that's being done by your performers. This is actually people going to go off, they're going to record material content that's actually going to be used later on as a part of your production. So a lot of this stuff is going to be done on major feature projects. Some of the projects that you do in the beginning, the short film projects that you make, that I advocate you make in the beginning, aren't going to necessarily need a lot of this stuff in order for you to just get ahead and go ahead with production. But you know, this is the film shoot period. This is the big kahuna for many, many people. And so it's here where everything needs to be dialed in, where your backups need to be in place so that, you know, if it starts to rain, you can immediately move indoors to shoot your scene indoors with your alternates. Also, you know, you can reschedule some of these things. Part of making short films, quite honestly, is getting used to dealing with the issues that you're going to face as a filmmaker, with the things that come up that are going to require that you make policies or have steps that you're going to take, principles that you're going to follow in case of things happening as they do happen, problems occurring, so that they won't occur again, particularly when you're on a major production. This is really where you're establishing your best practices, making short films, following the complete process, each stage of your production that we're going through here, right? You go through that, you're going to learn new lessons, you're going to go through it again, you're going to learn new lessons. This is also where you get to make a drama, make a comedy, make a thriller, make a Woman in Jeopardy. You can try out and test out and follow best practices in these areas, plus bring what you've got to bring, right? We want you to tell your stories and bring what you believe is the way to make some of these films, some of these genres, some of these styles of storytelling, so that you can validate to yourself and to your audience and to your investors, to your strategic partners, to vendors in the industry that are going to tell others about what you've done, the things you tested out and tried out, and how they worked or how they didn't work. And you know, you made a correction, you made a tactical change in your operating basis. But these are going to be stories, ups and downs. Your story is going to be a drama. Your journey into being a filmmaker is going to be an adventure, but we want it to be going straight up, despite the downs, right? But this is where you get to practice. It's also, I was just chatting with a friend of mine who I've known for, gosh, 11 years. I was talking to him and saying how, look, if you have an audience for your first film, and let's say the first film you make is sort of more of a drama, right? And then you decide you want to make a thriller. Well, part of getting funding for your film from your true fans, right, is ensuring that you generate an audience that is engaged and interested in the project that you've put together. Some of the people that supported you in your drama might not be quite so interested in your thriller project. So you're going to have to do the work to reach out to a group that does and will respond. Now, it would be silly not to have a drama lined up and be developing a drama for that audience that's already experienced your dramatic chops, as it were, and wants to see the next one. So I'd highly recommend making a drama for that audience. This is ultimately going to be how you build up different production arms, different lines for fulfillment for your work as an artist. You know, when you want to make a drama, you go out to this audience. When you want to make a thriller, you reach out to this audience. And then there are going to be your true fans. No matter what you produce, they're going to support you, right? But this is how you're going to be able to justify down the road moving into a genre outside of the one that you made a film and achieved success in. You're going to have these short films, you're going to have this audience, you're going to have the thrills and spills and adventures as a part of your stories to tell, the lessons learned, how you applied it in the next project, and the results you got from making the change that you needed to make and fulfilling on your promise as a dramatic filmmaker. So when it comes to production, this is the exciting part. This is where, and this is why, as I've said, we're doing all of this work, going through this process, going through these stages, making the effort to cycle through one film at a time, so that you can ultimately have your finished products, your finished movies, and the experience to take into not only your next short films, new genres, new styles, etc., but into the feature film process, so that you do not have a problem getting the film made, getting to the finish line, and seeing to it that everything's done at the end of principal photography, and depending on how your deal is made, you get your next payment at the delivery and at the closing of your principal photography. All right, guys, that's it from me. I did this one straight live. I've been pre-recording and then uploading them. This one I just decided to do straight live. I'm going to be saving it and ensuring that I've got this series on my computer. I definitely recommend, guys, when you're making your business development videos, the videos you're making to share online, to share with groups, to share on your website, so that you have content that people can review, that they can see regularly, they can get updates from. You know, you're going to want to do some live, you're going to do some pre-recorded, but you're going to want to make sure you have each episode stored and filed in a folder for that series, ready to be shared when necessary. All right, guys, that's it from me. Wish you all the best and hope you have a fantastic day. Happy filmmaking, guys. Happy filmmaking.